Well, like as coaches, like some good things, some bad. But you know, I thought the second group in the second session kept the same pace, which was good. But it just reiterates what I'm saying about good habits. Bad, we started changing slow. We got to right from camp do the right things, and I thought we did somewhat good, but then there's some slipping. So it's hard to do. It's just, I think there's some things that's not natural for certain guys that we got to get it out of them, and that's why it's September 24th, and that's why we got to be on them.
Is our focus today a little bit different from yesterday? Did you guys change? You kind of.
Yeah, breakouts and more of the neutral zone forecheck was introduced. Did a lot of breakouts even early in the morning or the first session. Then more forechecking. When you have a lot of bodies, especially in the neutral zone, what we're trying to do, it could just take one guy to go in the wrong spot. So you got to be careful that don't you over-criticize people because some guys are not used to the system. So we'll probably dive in even more as we get less bodies. But that's the hard part because you got 50, 60 guys, and not everybody knows the system or knows where to go sometimes. So it could screw the drill up.
Yesterday, I think you said you had to be convinced to play a lefty-lefty with Hughes, and today, Carson Soucy, what convinced you?
Well, I just wanted to switch around, kind of by committee, give it a look type of thing. But, we'll see how it goes from there. We'll talk to, we always evaluate the coaches. We have a meeting and we'll see, I like listening to guys, hey, what do you think with certain things? Like I said, I'm not a huge lefty-lefty guy, but we'll see how it plays out.
How many guys, I think you have 20 defensemen here, how many will get a chance to play with Hughes?
Yeah, I know. Well, they all want to. I know that. That's a good point. I don't know, to be honest with you. But it's a situation where, especially early, if you want to try things, do it now. But, I'm not going to be experimenting for 3 weeks. I mean, we got to make sure we get someone there. And like I said, the guy that's going to be there, it might be two guys. Usually plays, usually about 23, 24. We'd like to get him about 23, 24 minutes. So, the guy in that spot probably have to share responsibility.
He played a fair bit with Luke Shen.
Yeah.
But really hasn't had sort of an everyday partner since Chris Tannen left, which was a while ago.
Yeah.
How important do you think it is to find an everyday partner so there's some continuity for him?
Well, of course it's important, but I think there's a committee here that we can do the job. We're always looking. You're always looking, but it's hard to just go get another right-hand shot that plays 26, 28 minutes. Like, it's hard to find those, but we have capable defense that can do it by committee. It really is. Like, every team wants them, right? 32 teams, but we got a committee of guys that can do the job.
Right now, just 6 preseason games, with all the stuff you're trying to implement, would you consider playing your veterans more than the same usual amount of games to get them kind of more into it?
Yeah, more. It'll be near the end. Mostly game 4 and 6. You'll see most of the guys. Most of the guys will get a game in, but I haven't decided the exact number whether they play 3 or 4, but it'll be somewhere in that range.
Can you have 8 goalies in camp, and what's the backup situation? How is that going to play out?
Well, we acquired Casey Smith, who's obviously an NHL capable defenseman, goalie. He's done a great. I thought he played really well in Pittsburgh for the Penguins. So he's a very capable guy, and it slots everything. And Silas, how much we love that kid. And then all the younger goalies, it just slots everybody, and so guys will get their ice time. So yeah, definitely Casey's a guy that's why we acquired him.
Given how much detail there's been in the first 2 days of camp, does that change anything about what you're looking for at a scrimmage tomorrow in terms of implementing some of what you've been working on versus the head-to-head competition you would usually expect to be highlighted at a game scrimmage?
See, I look for the more our staples, like with the stuff I want to see guys. I'm more concerned. There's going to be some breakdowns. I'm not really concerned about that. I think we'll get that as it goes along. I'm just, like I said, there's a lot about it. I'm looking for our staples. I'm looking for guys to change hard. I'm looking for, the guys that chip the body. I'm looking for good energy out there. That's what I look for. If a guy makes a wrong read, I'm less inclined to be mad at that. It's more the effort and the staples that we preach around here. That's what I look for. And I swear, I saw the young tournament. Young guys, I saw a lot of the kids do those staples. So I credit, like I said, you guys, development and Jeremy Colton preaching that what we're preaching.
For the fans that are coming tomorrow, will all your stars scrimmage?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah.
The
Any update on Ilya?
Good possibility tomorrow. You know, I haven't talked to him today, but there's a good possibility here. They'll be in tomorrow.
Colson spoke a
Not
lot.
scrimmaging though.
Colson was speaking a lot about being confident and smiling and coming to the rink with a good attitude in that sense. Is that kind of what you've been telling him to try to kind of boost him up?
Yeah, he's a great kid. He takes everything literally though. You tell him something, and then that's all he thinks about. So he's got to. I like him to play as much as I want to play him. I want him to be out there reckless. You know, have fun, play reckless. I think that's what is best. When he thinks too much, I think he gets into trouble. So that's on me to get him to relax. But I've liked him so far. You know, and he's just a pleasure to coach. The kid's terrific kid. He worked his ass off this summer. Now it's just to relax, and like I told him tonight, like he's got to not be afraid to talk out there. You know, like don't be afraid to tell. You know, hey, you go to the net or something like that. I think sometimes they're naturally quiet, those young guys, and you know we're a naturally quiet team, and we got to get a little bit more verbally done with these guys, more communication, which will come. I think we got to let the personality come out of these guys.
Similar terms, you talked about Hoglander. You need to show energy. Did you still see that energy today?
Yeah, he's got a lot of good energy. You know, there's just I thought that line is. I mean, they're so creative. Now the next level is when to be really creative and when to make sure that, you know, you're doing the right things without the puck. That's really what's going to come down to those guys is when they don't have the puck, are they making the right reads? But I thought the offensive zone they had some good chemistry. I think PD too.
Those guys being Hoglander and Buckholz in particular.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, well. The biggest thing, though, I want him to play reckless too, Hoglander. Now, when he doesn't have the puck, I don't want him to play reckless. Like, there's a difference. Now he's got to know where to go in certain situations. Who's his man? You know, who, in the slot, is that my man or not? Like that's the stuff that he's got to really dial up. And I thought he made strides in Abbotsford. You know, and I think, or even the last couple of years, I think he's made strides.
How challenging can it be for a young offensive player to learn that part of the game? And is it often something that takes a little while for guys when they break into the NHL?
Yeah, I think that's the hardest thing with play without the puck. You know, with the puck, obviously he's very good and he's shifty, and guys like him, it's situational then, right? Do I turn up at the blue? I'm tired. Do I make a play through the middle? No, right? That's not the time to do it. And when I don't have the puck, when I track back, where am I going? Those are the things that we really got to hone in on him. And to be an everyday player, you have to have that, you know. So that's why. And the other guy is Kuzi. I think Kuzi's been one of our better guys. Like, he's really looks good out there for me. He looks really in shape. And he's, you know, the odd time he'll forget, you know, just to back check, but then he yelled, and just one time, and he does it, you know. Last year it took me about 4 times to yell, and now I'm down to 1. And he's been great. I give him that kid a lot of credit. He looks good out there, really good.
Yeah, I mean, we've been full group for 2.5 weeks now, so not much has changed from then. Obviously, it's a little more system focused than the summer skates were, so it's been good to dial that in, and we'll continue to kind of build that fabric within our system.
So much talk from everyone standing up here about a start to a season. How do you kind of start that with the goaltenders together as a group to really make sure that you get a good start this year?
Let's try to win the first game.
What do you say to the backup goalie? You're going to carry most of the load, and someone has to be a backup.
What do I say to them?
How do you relate to them where they might not be getting as many games as they think they, or as they would like?
You'll have to ask them that. Everyone has a job to do, so coach decides who plays, and it's not really my job to critique that or deal with anyone else's emotions.
Have you been able to chat with Casey at all in terms of building a relationship or getting a little bit?
Yeah, I mean a little bit. We actually have the same agent, so I asked for his phone number when I heard the deal had gone down, and texted him. He actually got out here really quick. I didn't think he was going to be here first day of camp, but yeah, obviously our relationship will grow naturally. Obviously, you're not going to put a ton of pressure on it, but it'll be nice to get some skates in with them when they start kind of mixing the groups up down the next couple of weeks here or so.
Thatcher, when Quinn was announced captain, you were one of the leadership that was in the room. How much are you looking to embrace that part of the game now, to be a leader for your team? Not that you weren't before, but to step into a bigger role.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it a little bit last couple of days, but just you know, when it gets publicly announced like that, that I'm kind of part of the leadership group, I take a lot of pride in that, and really excited to kind of step into that role a little bit more seriously this year, and you know, I'm thrilled for Quinn. I'm thrilled for Petey and Millsy. I think those three guys are obviously going to be wearing letters probably, and you know, we all look up to them, and they play the right way, and they're guys that we can follow. So it's going to be a good year.
After a full off season, how different is it your kind of preparation, like how you feel that you did at this time last year? Like how different is it?
How different is it from what I did last year?
Yeah.
A little bit different. I mean, I'm getting older. Just kidding. You know, you learn how to you know, get yourself to where you need to be. Every year is a learning curve, and I'll be learning until I retire. So I think every summer is probably going to look different. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm in the best place that I've been in my career as far as mentally and physically goes. So yeah, I'm really excited, and obviously I learned a lot from last year, so use that to my advantage.
Rick talked a lot last year about wanting guys to be back early and prepare for camp, and we saw that with, you know, guys haven't been here for the last couple of weeks. Not just for the goaltenders, but for the team. Have you sensed that you've kind of been able to hit the ground running here at camp because of the fact that guys were back maybe a little bit earlier than they might?
Yeah, I said a couple interviews maybe yesterday, like sometimes in years past, like the first day of camp is the first time you're skating with guys. And this year it just feels like it's another practice that we were having last week. So there's definitely something to be said about that. It feels clean, it feels smooth. Guys have been excited to be around each other. And then obviously it's just a continuation here in the camp.
Rick was telling us how he thinks you're in really good shape. How do you feel coming off the summer and the training that you did?
It's after Bali. No, it's no joke. It's good shape, good body. We'll see. Because the last season for me is so difficult. After the game is not good recovery. I'm very tired after every game. There's a lot of moments which I understand after last season. I need to work, be better, and we'll see. It's very interesting this season.
Do you feel better already in terms of your recovery after
Yes,
training camp days?
yes. There's a lot of moment. I understand about recovery, the stretch. Yes, it's good. It's good for me.
How much shoot more this year? You gonna shoot more shots?
I think yes, because the one shoot and two shot in the game is so bad, yeah? Maybe 3. Because there's a lot of game, my 0 shot in the game is so, for me, is a so bad statistic.
Is it good to come back and play with Elias again on the same line? Feel comfortable with Elias as a line mate?
Yes, Elias is a great centerman. I think is a best centerman in the league. My top, yes. I understand there's a couple players who top in the league. Is Elias have this top? Is for me is very comfortable play with Elias, and the other guy comfortable. Doesn't matter who play. I want help my team. Doesn't matter which play. Yes, Elias is a very good center.
Vasily mentioned with his new kid, he said you're going to watch his kid and be a babysitter. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's a great time. I like it. It's Vasily. It's a beautiful baby. It's the name Elisa. Is I like a time with my friends. It's good. I like it. A little cry. I remember as go to my apartments and dinner. I say, Podzi, I will retire 5 o'clock. I go sleep. Okay, I get up 6:30. You have a key. Come here. Come to my apartments. I get up. It's go down. Okay, no problem. I sleep is very good. Before 2 minutes, I get up. I listen. I think, oh, Podzi, come here. Okay, I go down. Yes, I like this moment. It's like a Podzi, yes. Yeah. Not now, little later, yes.
Niels Höglander has been on the line with you.
Yes.
And Elias, what do you like about the way he plays if he continues to play with you two?
I say before, it doesn't matter who play. Yes, but Niels is a good player. very fast player. I like it, this player. We'll see how we play. For me, it's very interesting. It's support together. It's not problem. Let's go. Big support, and very interesting. I wait the start season. I miss to fans. I miss to hockey arena. I miss to games. I like it.